The iron one is good for blocking off those flames for a little bit there, but yeah, there's something up ahead that we need a softer shield for so we can collect an item. Open it. Use the torch. Okay. The scroll is optional, but we do need the skull, because it is a glyph skull. Drawing of a castle with a single tall spire in the center has been scrawled into this parchment. The single line points to the exact middle of the tower next to these words. 3 times right, then once pulled down. Twice past midnight points the ruined crown. Light becomes dark, and the king sits a throne. The masked one revealed shall mark the stone. Riddle me this. Alright, so I think we are done in here. And we are going to go down into the hole here. And we're in the mirrored room. Again, taking all the torches we see. And we're going to use self on this rock. Get that sucker out of the way. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything else, but we did need to get that boulder out of the way for later because there's going to be some interesting stuff. Like I said, a lot of these puzzles kind of did exist, but they've added a lot to them now, and one of the things that's happened is that we got that glyph skull, and the archway of all the extras open skull slots is actually a new thing. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to head back out to the entrance, and we're going to put in that first glyph skull, which is going to block that middle door now with a force field of some kind. The gold snaps out of your hand and into the slot in the archway. A brief glow and the thrum of power fills the air. Something just beyond the door seems to have come alive. So, here's a little extra bit that they also add into this game, is this spot right here. So this big little thing here, we're going to try and open that. We couldn't open it before, but now that we've put the skull into place... Oh, is there something else extra to that? Double checking really quick. Oh, right, spell. A gap. Open sesame. Right. So there are, I believe, 3 main ways you can form this thing to do certain stuff. And essentially, this whole energized gear setup here is to actually alter the pathway of a bunch of water streams inside the castle. Legacy of the hatch, the stone compartment harbors strange mechanism, one comprised of levers, rods, and gears. But yeah, we have to use these in a certain configuration. And now what we're going to do is we're going to use medium up, down. So use... that's medium, and that's up. And so that's medium now, down. And then we're going to hit the button. And that has affected the water rules. Alright, heading back, we're going to go down that passageway we opened up a little bit ago. By the way, I don't know when I'm going to be taking episode breaks. I'm just going to be filming this right through for about an hour. And I'm guessing it'll be something like 15 minutes or maybe a little more depending on how long these videos go. Anyway, that hole. Remember that shield. So, you force yourself through a narrow opening and into the darkness beyond. A figure moves within the opening at the back of the grotto. You hear the unmistakable twang of a longbow followed by the whistle of an arrow. You raise your shield in the last possible moment and the arrow bounces off the wood and lands unharmed on the ground near your feet. The torch's flame momentarily flickers. Oh, I need to... First, let's take this. And also, actually, I need to take a step back. So we'll do that quick, and then we're going to use the torch on the correct one. And then we're going to use this. So we got green flame. We took the orc's one arrow. See you later, Orky. Okay, there's also much more to do here than there originally was. Otherwise, this was just a hallway and you pick a path. Originally. And we're going down the other path much later in the game, but we're not going that way right now. Right now we're heading this way. And this is why we need the green torch. A cry, you swing the enchanted torch at the wraith. The ethereal being is instantly enveloped in bright flash of flame. Its tortured moan resounding in your head. Actually, we're not going to use right now. We're going to take it to the cloak. And obviously, we're going to take all the torches we see again. Never know when we're going to need more of them. Open. Okay, something to note here. The water level used to be almost up to the shelf here. Also, something to note, for old school fans, you'll see the word Epper written across the wall here, and it's been kind of scratched up and deformed. It's no longer useful, and it's not going to be part of this game anymore. They've made replacement spells when they change things around. But it's nice of them to note little odd things like that. As you read the scroll, the particular word stands out from the rest. Entrays? I don't know. Magic words. In your mind's eye, the glyph is glowing with power. As you write down the strange marking in your spellbook, the scroll crumbles in your hands. You have learned a spell. And we're also going to take this little pipe that's randomly standing here and fill out that gate over there. Now we're going to use it on this gate. I said use it. That gate. There we go. And we go inside. Peering into the darkness, you drop down into the muck and crawl through a tight opening. The stone den is damp and smells of corpse and green foliage. Cops. As if mirage, the far side of the cavern shimmers and power emanates from a standing stone obelisk. Invoke him. Focus your will in the stone obelisk. With the whispered word, your spell is unleashed. A strange apparition coalesces from within the obelisk, the ghostly figure of an old man cloaked in a shimmering veil.
You have done well, simple soldier. Now, listen if you have ears, since the shadows grow long and time fleet. Some 40 years past, an evil, the like the world has not beheld, escaped its prison. Talimar, the Black, he of whom I have already spoken. This warlock lord brought forth his dark magics and conjurations, and unleashed his foul vassals, desecrating these sacred halls. Talimar has laid waste to the combined power of man. And what of the Circle of 12, the great wizards? They are no more. I am the last. Pity me not, boy. We were resolute in our judgment, but erred greatly. 'Twould have been better to put our brother to death, but mercy and folly prevailed. I know not Talimar's full plans, but have discovered enough to fill my heart with fear. And yet, hope remains, and it stands or falters with you. Fare thee well.
Like mirror, the timeless vanishes, leaving behind a scroll, a glowing orb, and the words "Fare thee well." We'll take that orb, and we will open and look at the scroll. And this is actually an old one from the original Shadowgate. 5 to find, 3 are 1. One gives access to the blade's sun, the silver orb to vanish below, the staff of ages to vanquish the foe, joining to the golden thorn, the last to invoke the platinum horn. More riddles. Wizards and their riddles, I tell you. Alright, so what we are going to do is we're going to go back to that small hallway. We can, we have to get back there, but just hit the back button. Oh, actually, first things first. Forgot to do this on our way in. Our shortcut around to that middle door. That leads us back up into the mirror room. So anyway, back. Tried it again and failed. And the arrow is lost among the sharp rocks. Bye. So there's the force field. I'm gonna go in here. Actually, no, I'd take that back. Under this runway. Going to go through the right door over